Teachers. Let's speak about all of this with the National Education Union's Joint General Secretary, Kevin Courtney, currently on a picket line in Warwick. Is it busy there, Kevin, this morning?
It is. There's a strong group of NEU members who are feeling that they are doing the right thing, that they are standing up for our children's education. They're telling me about the problems of recruiting and retaining teachers in their school. They're seeing this disruption every day because the government isn't acting on that.
How many out today in total? Do you know yet?
We don't know. We expect more than 200,000, but it could be up to 300,000. I say 200,000 because that's the number of people who voted in our ballot and the number who've joined the union since then. But obviously people who voted no or people who didn't vote, they can also take strike action.
It's been very difficult for parents to plan because some schools haven't been able to tell them if they're actually going to be able to open or what classes will be running. Presumably that kind of disruption is something that you're aiming to cause with these strikes.
Well, we really are aiming to reduce the total level of disruption in schools because disruption's happening every day in the schools because we don't have enough teachers and support assistants. We want our day of action today to be effective because we want to make the government see that they're going to have to change. I was just listening to your piece with Gillian Keegan, and it's just not true that they're negotiating with us. They have made no offer on pay. She says, we're not going to give you more than inflation. They haven't moved at all. And we've been pointing out to them that this is a long-run question, that since they got elected in 2010, teacher pay has fallen. That's happened to a lot of other people in the economy as well. Profits haven't gone down, but pay has gone down. But we've also been pointing out that teacher pay has fallen compared with other professions. And we've been pointing out studies from the Institute of Fiscal Studies, the National Foundation for Education Research, Public First, all saying the same thing.
Okay.
And saying that's impacting on teacher recruitment and retention.
Let's talk absolute figures if we can. The government says new teachers will be paid £30,000 by next academic year and the average salary will be £42,000. Give me the salary figure you'd like to see in the future for both of those categories.
Well, what we've said for this year is that the pay rise is 5% and inflation at RPI, which is the figure we use, is 12.3% going back to last September. So we're looking to close that gap. And the reason we're looking to close that gap is that in the 13 years since this lot were elected in 2010, in 10 of those years, the annual teacher pay rise has been less than the annual price rise. And so the gap between prices and pay keeps getting bigger and bigger every year. And we're saying that growing gap has to stop. It has to stop at some point.
OK, now listen, I'm doing some very basic maths here because I really just want to talk numbers so our audience can understand. I think it's really helpful for them. So you're talking about if we split the difference between 12 and 5%, if we set it at 8%, if you're saying that's the kind of figure that you might accept, you're looking at a salary increase of about £2,500 for a new teacher. So a starting salary of about £32,500. Is that about right?
Well, I'm not saying that we would accept 8%. I'm saying she hasn't moved at all. But negotiation is about compromise. So there are numbers that we could settle on, but they haven't moved at all. That's, I think, is the key point.
Okay.
That they claim they're negotiating, but they're not moving at all.
Kevin, we've had loads of messages of support for you today.
Yeah,
loads. And I do want to sort of make sure we reflect that. So I'll read a couple to you now. Good luck to the teachers. They deserve better pay and conditions. My kids are affected. We totally support them. Another one here. My kid has GCSEs this year. Of course, I support the strike. For kids to excel, they need a teaching profession which feels valued and empowered. For my child to succeed, I want the best of the best teaching him, not exhausted, harried folk desperate to leave the profession. So